The Last Dragon of Pendragon. In the shadowed valleys and mist-shrouded peaks of ancient Wales, where legends clung to every stone and the air hummed with forgotten magic, lay the realm of Pendragon. For centuries, the name Pendragon was synonymous with dragons, not as fearsome beasts, but as noble guardians, their scales shimmering like jewels, their roars echoing through the mountains as calls of protection. But those days were long past. The age of dragons had waned, their numbers dwindling with each passing generation until only one remained. His name was Ignis, a magnificent creature whose scales were the color of twilight and whose eyes held the wisdom of 1,000 years. He was the last of his kind, a solitary sentinel perched atop the highest peak of Mount Cader Idris, watching over a world that had largely forgotten his brethren. The people of Pendragon, though they spoke of dragons in their songs and stories, had not seen one truly fly in a lifetime. They believed Ignis was merely a myth, a fading echo of a grander past. Elara, a young shepherdess with hair the color of autumn leaves and a spirit as wild as the mountain winds, was different. She had heard the whispers of the oldest villagers, tales of a time when dragons soared, and she felt a deep, inexplicable connection to the ancient magic of the land. Every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, she would climb a secret path, leaving a small offering of wild berries on a moss-covered stone, a silent tribute to the guardian she believed still existed. One harsh winter, a blight swept through the valley. The crops withered, the streams froze, and a creeping despair gripped the people of Pendragon. The land itself seemed to be dying. The Oakhart, the ancient sacred tree at the heart of the valley, began to lose its leaves, a sign of deep distress. The village elders, desperate, consulted ancient texts which spoke of a dormant magic, a life force tied to the dragons, now fading. Elara, witnessing the suffering, felt a growing ache in her heart. She remembered the old stories. When the land weeps, the dragon sleeps, and only a heart pure as the mountain spring can stir its breath anew. Taking a deep breath, she decided to seek out the legend herself. She climbed higher than ever before, braving the biting wind and treacherous ice. As she neared the summit, the air grew heavy, charged with an ancient power. There, nestled in a vast ice-rimmed cave, lay Ignis. He was immense, his scales dull with dust, his breathing shallow, almost imperceptible. He was not sleeping, he was dying, his life force intertwined with the fading magic of Pendragon. Tears welled in Elara's eyes. She approached him cautiously, her hand trembling as she reached out to touch his vast, cold snout. As her fingers brushed his scales, a faint spark ignited. Ignis's eyes, once dim, flickered open, revealing ancient golden depths. "You feel it, child," a voice rumbled, not from his mouth but from deep within the earth, resonating in her very bones. "The land's sorrow, my own." Elara, gathering her courage, spoke of the blight, the dying Oakhart, the despair of her people. "You are the last, Ignis," she pleaded. "The magic of Pendragon lives in you. Can you not roar once more?" Ignis sighed, a sound like shifting stones. "My breath is weak, my heart weary. The world has forgotten the magic." "No!" Elara insisted, her voice ringing with conviction. "I haven't forgotten! And if I can remember, others can too! You are not just a beast of old, Ignis. You are hope! You are Pendragon!" Her words, filled with genuine belief and desperate hope, stirred something deep within the ancient dragon. A faint warmth spread from where her hand touched his snout. With immense effort, Ignis slowly unfurled one vast wing, sending a cascade of ice and dust to the cave floor. He pushed himself up, his muscles creaking like ancient timbers. Then, With a strength he hadn't possessed in years, Ignis let out a roar. It wasn't the thunderous, destructive roar of old, but a softer, resonant sound, filled with ancient magic and a renewed spark of life. The sound vibrated through the mountain, down into the valley, and through the very roots of the Oakhart tree. As the roar echoed, the blight in the valley began to recede. The frozen streams thawed, the withered crops showed new green shoots, and the Oakhart tree burst forth with vibrant emerald leaves. The people of Pendragon looked up, startled, as a faint shimmering light appeared on the mountain peak. From that day forward, Ignis did not fly, nor did he breathe fire, but his presence, restored by Elara's unwavering faith, became a living symbol. He remained on Cader Idris, a silent guardian, his occasional soft roars carrying through the valley, a reminder that magic still existed, and that even the last echo of a grand past could bring hope to the future. And the people of Pendragon, remembering the dragon's roar, learned to tend their land and their spirits with renewed care, forever grateful for the Last Dragon of Pendragon.